We got mountain bikers coming through here. Yeah, it's definitely humid because I'm gonna check the humidity today. There had to have been humid yesterday too, because this little walk I was sweating where you normally don't sweat here in Vegas in a morning walk anyway. The sun just peeked out from behind the clouds just now. If I push the button, I can take a look. Sometimes with all the excitement, I forget. Oh yeah, stop! Yeah, okay. Can't see it. See the record light flashing. It is. Just another beautiful day in paradise, guys. I just hope this whole deal goes off without a hitch today. Like I said, I do have my dental work today. This is a relatively new dental office. My guess is the office is not doing very well. It's not very busy. You know, it takes time to get a dental office up and running. You might get lucky, you might hit the right location, but until you get that right location, you open up a store, see if it works. If it doesn't, you sell the store and move to another location. So the trick here is I chose this dentist, so now we need to get the ball rolling and get this shit done. I don't project he's going anywhere anytime soon, but you know, I've been watching this Animal Kingdom and watching them run all their scams. You know what I'm saying? You begin to think that this dentist is a scammer too. Come on, boy. It just, their whole operation is kind of so fucked up. I've got 24 months of interest-free deferred interest, though. Interest does compile. And it's with Community Bank, and they suck. So, that bill will be due around August 15th. I want everything done by then. August 5 through 10. And I'm gonna pop the bill. I don't want to be fucking around with this. Community Bank. You want to read some bad Yelp reviews, read about Community Bank. They focus on late fees, interest fees. I'm gonna do everything, you know, hook up my bank account to it, make a payment, but if you send them, this is a, for example, I met a few guys that work for a community or banks like that, Capital One or whatever the fuck. And if you send them a payment on your loan in the mail, they'll stick it in their inbox and just sit on it, and then open it when it's late, so they can charge you a late fee. That's how these companies work. No. Hey, get the fuck over here right the fuck now. Put a boot up your fucking ass. Excuse the French there, but come on, let's go! To show you, I was just bullshitting. I don't have a boot on. Caught me off guard there. Started wandering out onto the street. We can't have that. But in any case, yeah, do some research before you pick a dentist, gentlemen. And pay with your own credit card. Don't use their financing. Like I said, when I get the bill, in theory, everything should be done. So I'm just gonna pop the bill, pay the whole thing. 85 grand. I mean, 8,500. Get that. I just don't want to see that. I went for paperless statements, by the way, too. Also, they charge you for statements, but I just don't want to see that deferred interest amount keep compiling. It's a mental thing. We're gonna get out of here. Well, we'll sit right here, get a little suntan. Yeah, I'm sweating like a porcupine. There's definitely some humidity today. July and August is the rainy season for Vegas. Albeit, we haven't gotten any rain, but sooner or later it's coming. Well, getting back to one of these stories, they did airlift quite a few of the bighorn sheep out of the Valley of Fire State Park area. They airlifted them to who knows where, Colorado or something, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have enough vegetation to grow or to eat. They airlifted quite a few of them out. I don't know how many, they didn't airlift all of them, but they certainly airlifted quite a few. We were riding my Can-Am Maverick on the backside of the Valley of Fire State Park, and me and this old boy were doing it. We ran into a herd of them. Oh, there's probably about 8 of them. Giants. They're about 80 yards away. I had my binoculars with me. And beautiful animals. They're just staring at us. About 7, 8 of them, huge. Their horns were accidentally clanking into one another. And you could hear that. You know, when we were sitting in the rig, I shut the rig off and we were just watching them for 10, 15 minutes. It was kind of interesting. But yeah, they don't have enough food to eat, so they always give them additional water, but they need feed. And you know, they tell you stories about when you have a dry season like this. It's very sad to see the bighorn sheep dead at the watering trough. They starved to death. They had water, they had no feed. So they did airlift quite a few of them out of here to Colorado or northern Arizona, wherever there's good water. You know, quite a project. You pretty much got to airlift one at a time. The burros eat the same food, so and the wild horses. Go cool off, good boy. Good boy, one poo-poo before we left. Good boy. Be interested to know how many they airlifted out. And usually pretty tight-lipped about that kind of shit. But it's good to see that we have wildlife management like that to help the wildlife in these extreme drought conditions. Now, obviously, there's some feed out there. They also are relocating all the horses that are up in Mount Charleston. Tourists are feeding them. They're eating garbage out of garbage receptacles up there, so they're becoming a nuisance. They're becoming a highway hazard. You know, living too close to the highway because people feed them. So they're rounding up those horses in Kyle Canyon, which is Mount Charleston, and they're moving all of those horses somewhere else too. So people just can't, you know, keep away. They gotta feed the horse. They gotta get their picture next to it, their selfie, and all this fucking bullshit. People are stupid. Just like people that get the picture taken next to the Vegas sign. You see how it's in Las Vegas? Yeah, you dumb fuck, I know. Anyways, it's crazy. Yeah, here's that. Here's that whiteboard that I used. I had quite a bit of it. That's the only piece left. It's one of the shelves. I had a lot of it, and I was taking the whole thing, and I was like, shh, and it broke halfway up the street. And I said, fuck, I don't need that. I got enough. And then I said, maybe I better go down there and get it. So I went to get it. Sure enough, I needed almost the whole thing to do that job. You know, normally when you do this run in the morning, you'll see stuff like that in the garbage. So on bulk pickup day, you'll see a stack of lumber like that. And what I need to do is, when I see it, is to take the Jeep down there and car, whatever, and get some of it. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have that shit around. Anyways, we're gonna shut you down. We're gonna go relax, take a shower, and I'm gonna show up for my appointment at 9:45. And I hope everything goes off without a hitch. We should have my temporaries put in, and those temporaries will look good too. Let me just make sure I got everything. Oh, I got a hose down for this dog. I gotta keep him cool. Fill up his waters and shit.